Hey everybody, I'm Royal.
I'm Vanessa.
And this is Exposed, episode 16. And the last episode aged well, or 2 episodes ago or whatever. Zohran Mamdani won the primary. Woo!
Woo!
Okay.
Zohran for president. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, let's get him the mayoral seat first.
No. He's president now. That's what I voted for.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to have a talk with her off camera. Don't worry.
No, say what you got to say. No, but we did just come back from LadyLand last night.
Oh my God, we saw FKA Twigs. We saw Eartheater do a DJ set.
Hey, she just gave birth literally 3 days ago, so I will give her her warranted
100%
2-3 days, and then she's got to go up and sing.
No, it was crazy that she was there. And then also Pablo Vittar, which so good.
Sexy. That was hot.
The dancing. We'll get into that first. I'm a little cash today, okay? I got these Virgin Mary Guadalupe shorts from this brand called Ghetto Dreams. And then whatever the top is from Urban. And then I got these Solomons, which honestly have been so nice. They were cheap too. They were $140, which, okay, yes, may not sound cheap, but I'm like...
For shoes you'll wear all the time, yeah, that's
totally. And
I feel like I, more than anything, will spend money on shoes because, I'm going to wear that for the rest of my life, so...
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm being super lazy today. I'm just, in all black, and... I'm not putting in effort. I have this skirt on that I like. It's my mom's. It's got
I know it's nice ruffles.
Yeah, ruffles. This is literally minus the top because my nipples are out, but it's kind of like my work outfit if I have a different top. And then these little
the Mista.
Ghani. No, these are from Ghani.
Oh wait, yeah, I remember.
But I bought them online at some really random French store that was having them for 60% off.
Oh, shout out.
So I love me a deal.
Of course, who doesn't?
Yeah.
Let's just go right into talking about the LadyLand Fest and Under the K Bridge. It was my first festival,
which is insane because you're such a music buff. So
right. Well, I don't know, growing up, it was always just so out of reach. And so I just never went. And then I feel previous years, I never had any friends that wanted to go or anything.
Really? Damn.
Yeah, Gov Ball or stuff. I'd ask people, they're no.
Yeah, Gov Ball I don't know anything about. I thought that was a thing freshmen did, but apparently that's a thing. There's always big headliners.
Totally.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was this year or last year they had SZA and stuff.
Okay.
Always usually really big. But
yeah, I want to go to more concerts and stuff.
Me too.
It's so fun. Yesterday we were having that time where we're oh my God, I just can't believe this is my life and this is real. And
okay, let's just start at the start.
Yeah,
we get there. And shout out our friend Chloe who printed out fake VIP wristbands, and babe, we got into VIP.
Yeah, we went with the right, we went with ravers, they know what they're doing. They were just okay, yesterday we printed out, I guess they just made it on Photoshop and then they guessed or the colors, or they had a friend that knew the color was red, and then they printed them out, stuck it on with a Band-Aid, and that shit worked like a charm.
It did. The guy literally didn't even look at my wrist. He was just no, you can go in.
I feel if you walk in confidently, they did not care.
We were stressing though because Vanessa had broken hers in 2 places.
Yeah, mine ripped in 6 places, and I was holding it together.
You look at me and you're are we cooked? And I was no, we're not.
But no, we actually ended up going in GA first.
Yes.
And our friend Chloe, not to be confused with Chloe.
Yeah,
but
two different.
Was right in barricade in GA, and I was okay, Roy, you have to push through the crowd, and I hold on to you a little 4th grader.
Every time I was oh, you lead, and you're no.
Yeah, I can't. I'm I am literally so small. Me leading would be excuse me, miss, can you move?
Oh my God, no, but we get up there, and then someone, I think it was Eartheater, came on first, and she was doing a DJ set. I was just so happy to see her. I literally was oh my God, I can't believe I'm seeing Eartheater right now. Love.
Eartheater is like one of the coolest looking people I've ever seen.
Their
and
vibe, like...
as a fellow redhead, like I just felt super connected, and we were like sending each other little signals.
Oh my god!
I'm just kidding.
She wanted to fuck me. I know it.
I was like, this is my moment. Like I'm shaved.
Yeah. It's like when you're a kid and you're at the One Direction concert. Like, no, but the visuals were super cool that they had.
Yeah.
And then halfway through the set.
Yeah, no, halfway through the set, like her CDJ, they like weren't working, and she had to be like, "Excuse me, can someone come?" None of these
just
CDJs
like in front of the whole crowd, and you know things are effed up when that happens.
Yes.
You know, like
I was like listening to another podcast that was like a DJ's podcast, and they were talking about how like all the CDJs, especially when you have a festival, like so many other DJs have gone up.
Totally.
And Eartheater was first for us because we got there like mega late.
Yeah, we missed like 4 people, but at the same time, like we really didn't know who they were, so it was whatever.
But yeah, so she obviously was going on after all these other people had been like mixing, and yeah, they just like had to pause the set, and I remember there was like some guy behind us like, sing!
Literally. No, she was postpartum, you know, gotta respect that, of course. Like, honestly, respect that she literally was there, because I'm like, girl, like, it's 2 days. Like,
I know nothing about giving birth, but I do feel like after 2 days, like, just standing up, I'm like, how do you do that?
Legitimately.
Like, I feel like she had to have been, like, in a diaper or something. Because, like, it's, you know.
No, and I'm like, hey, let me tell you.
Like, that was pretty fierce. She looked great.
Legitimately.
You know?
These just big ass hoops. Like, so cool. So great to just see her. And then at the end, she brought out Twigs, and they sang Striptease, but they teased like an unreleased version that's probably gonna be on the deluxe with Eartheater, and she was eating.
It was like, so angelic. Both of their voices.
Oh also, my god!
I did not realize how short FKA Twigs was. I was like,
oh
my god,
she's
short. Tiny.
Right.
But yeah, oh wow, it was like,
it was so
good. Yeah, you want to talk about Pablo Vittar?
Yeah, that was so effing great. Like, I really hadn't listened to a ton of her songs. I knew who she was, you know, obviously, because I'm like, okay, T-girl, Brazilian. Shout out. Like, obviously, she's super big, like, in Brazil and stuff.
Yeah.
But just the energy and the dancing, also her vocals. Like, oh my god, eating so bad. And all of these dancers, I really was just like so impressed by. I'm like always so jealous. I'm like, I literally wish that was me.
She was dancing and singing, performing for so long.
I know.
I was shocked. Like, wow.
Yeah, it was a long set, but like the energy was so effing good. And I had such a good time. And I like follow the person who does the visuals on Instagram. So I was looking and I was like, oh my god, wait, I remember them like posting about it.
That was, I feel like, one of the sexiest performances. It was just so gorgeous.
So great. And I was just like, I was like, oh my god, I'd never seen her perform. This is such a great introduction. Like, I definitely need to listen to more of her stuff, you know?
I was like, I don't know why I would say I'm surprised that people are singing at this, but like there was so many people that knew all of the Portuguese songs.
No, like
I was like, wow, Brazilians be always packed, you know?
Oh, she's huge. She's got like 1 million followers on Instagram, you know? Yeah, but shout out to them. Yeah. And then I was like, I feel like I don't deserve to be like this close, you know?
Yeah, well, I think it was after that people started rushing up.
Oh, because
after that,
it was right after that, because the next person going on was DJ VTSS, and then it was Twigs.
Yeah.
But obviously, people wanted to line up. We were getting like, definitely squished in.
Yeah, like it was. I had like my fan, and it was like to the point where I could fan a little bit, and then when we got like right after that set, and it came to like this. And I could not, like, move anymore. And I was like, that's going to be it for me. Because, like, I'm not trying to have that Travis Scott
my God,
type deal.
No, I was getting pushed up to a guy next to me who was very sweaty.
Yeah.
And I was like, also, of course, I feel like, did you say this on the pod where you did not have a good time last year?
Yeah, like last year I was fully fine and sober when I was there, but because it's in June, it's in the heat, it's concrete, like I had like not hydrated enough. I had like one bottle of water at the very beginning, but I was there the full time. So I was there for like starting from 7 a.m. to like 1 a.m. But I was barricaded.
7 p.m.?
7 p.m. Sorry, so 7 p.m. Not that early, but 7 p.m. I was like barricade and up literally against the fence, and then when you get that squished, like let's just say she kind of fainted. Yeah, It was tough. Like, and I've never had that happen to me, especially from literally not doing anything, and it was so scary.
But like being in the middle of there, it's so hard to breathe, especially when it's that hot.
It was so hot, and I didn't have anything, but like it was also I couldn't leave, like because I was so squished. And I felt it coming, and I was just like, oh, fuck. Like, and it was so freaky because there were so many people around, like, and next to me that I was getting, like, claustrophobic. And I've never experienced that before. Like, I've never had that feeling of being, like, too confined.
Really?
But, yeah, and, like, I'm also short, so like, the air is, like, really thick and, like,
oh my
hot.
God, swampy,
yeah. And I just, like, was like, oh, well, I'm literally fucked. And then I, like, grabbed my friend's hand, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna pass out. And we, like, tried to get out, and I only made it, like, you know, a little bit out, because you can't, there's just such a huge crowd. So from the start to the end, I fell, but my friend had grabbed me a little bit, and then thankfully, like, we are in a safe space.
Yes.
But, like, and people kind of helped me over, and the thing was, like, I've never felt like, oh my God, like, these people think that I've just done, like, a huge cocktail of drugs or something, because they were like, what did you take? I was like, nothing, I'm literally just dehydrated.
They're like,
I couldn't get water.
Sure.
Yeah. No, it was horrible. And then, like, all my legs were all scratched up and bleeding because it was, like, concrete. Like, that's the thing I don't like about that venue is that it's literally under an underpass.
Yeah, it's under a bridge.
Under a bridge. And, like, although it does give, like, cool techno vibes, like, it's also dangerous for things like that because people do overheat.
Absolutely.
Especially in that kind of environment. So this year I was just like, all I care about is making sure that I'm hydrated. I have a good time. I'm taking care of myself.
You were getting a lot of water, and I was focused on that too. I was like, okay, make sure Vanessa's good.
Well, I had my fan the whole time, but like when we got to that point where everyone rushed up to the stage, and we got like this close, I was like, this is feeling like last year, and I cannot do that. But yeah, so Roy was being a really good friend, and we went out.
You literally go, yeah, like, I'll go out there and you can stay here. And I was like, I'm not going to, like, ditch you.
Well, I had no problem with, like, watching from afar, but I didn't want to, like, ruin that experience for you to being that close, because it was, like, prime.
Since it wasn't Twigs Day, I knew there was one more people on. I literally was like, whatever, you know? Yeah, and then I literally just was like, excuse me, like, you're holding on to me. I'm like, ugh, let's get out of here. I'm like, at the very front, I really was pushing past people. Literally, like, usually I don't like to put my hand, but I feel like you kind of do shoulder, right? You got to do shoulder.
Yeah, you got to get through. And it's like, when there's so many people like that, it gets dangerous. Like, yeah. I've never felt like actually scared to be around like a huge group until that happened. And I'm like, okay, now I have to be super aware.
Absolutely.
But yeah, like, spoiler alert, was totally fine this time.
No, well, yeah, because we go over and then we get into VIP. It was really chill, obviously. Like, they had a bunch of seating area.
Yeah.
And we were like, we just finessed them so bad. Like,
yeah, we were feeling just like so, like, we've got away with murder.
Yeah.
Especially with, literally mine was like so fucked up. Like, it
like, fell off like right after we got in.
It was like ripped up in 6 places. I was like tucking it under my bracelets and like holding it in one spot like this.
I was like, just put it in your pocket if they ask, pull it out. Yeah. Be like, a dog ate this or something. No.
Like, yeah, well, also, like, I feel like those wristbands are notoriously hard to take off.
I know, that was
if I said it ripped, like, but whatever.
No, but
cared.
When I got home, I, like, ripped it from, like, the white part, and it, like, ripped really easily. Okay. So I was like, I could have done. Also, I'm like, these festival people, you never know. No, but then we met up with our friends again, and literally we weren't like super close to the stage, but we were standing on these like concrete blocks, but also we were waiting like an hour. So after like the last set, like VTSS, they were like, oh, Twigs isn't going to be on until like 1.
Yeah.
So we were like, oh, great. Now we're going to be cooking, like literally.
Yeah.
Though I can only imagine how bad it was like in GA, because at least we
got
like,
to sit down.
Yeah, we were more like out in the open. It's like, oh, let's go get some water. Vanessa literally.
Oh my God. No, actually, I was like literally, okay, so we got this like metal water bottle that these.
Shout out to them. It was only $6, which I was surprised. It was cheaper than what I thought it was going to be for a water bottle.
Yeah. It was this metal top and I twist it and it slices my finger open. It's like, again, like an anime blood squirting out, like it was all over. I was like, I don't need to.
Literally, you go, I'm fine, and in my head I was like, zero. I was like, we're gonna have to
I was just like, I'm not going to a medic tent again.
No, literally, and so I'm like, we'll just ask. I go up to someone at the bar and I'm like, do you guys have like, usually any of those places just have like a little first aid kit.
Yeah.
And they were nice. They gave her like an alcohol pad.
They took care of me, and they were like, these are so dangerous. You're not the first person. Like, this has happened. And
no, I sliced up the side of mine too. Like,
those things, like, but it's funny, our friend, when we were like telling them, they're like, oh, you should have taken a picture, and like, you can too. Yeah. I was just like, damn, like, my night sucks, but yeah, that's kind of crazy.
And it was probably squirting out more because you had a drink, you know, like, you had alcohol in your body.
Yeah.
But it really wasn't it one of those where it's like it's super thin, but like at the same time, God, yeah, it was just going on.
Honestly, I felt like that cut pretty deep. Like, it's
legitimately
kind of sliced open, but like it's all right. We live and we'll survive. Yeah, but if anybody wants to send me like get better soon or whatever, you know, I'd love that.
But for the moment you've all been waiting for, the moment that we were waiting for, oh my God, Twigs was so good. Like, you don't understand. I, like, a month ago maybe, had a friend, Chloe, and she was like, oh, hey, I have a friend who was going to go see Twigs. I can't remember where it was, maybe Brooklyn Mirage or something. And she can't go anymore. Like, do you want a ticket? It was super last minute. And I was like, yes. I end up not going because she, like, had visa issues. And then I literally was standing there, and like as she opened, I was like, I can't believe I'm getting to see this. We're like listening to You Sexua, and I literally was like ascending. Yeah. I was like, this is amazing.
If I wasn't so dehydrated, I probably would have cried. No, I'm just kidding. I was hydrated.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was really
hydrated.
Beautiful. It was so humid though, and like again, since it's in concrete, like it's really hard for it to cool down.
Yeah.
So we were just like wearing like no clothes as you have to.
No, I was wearing a bikini top and micro shorts, and that was like still too much.
No, it was hot. Like I was wearing like mesh, you know, like gym shorts and like a little bikini top, and we're gonna be in that same location for boiler room, and I'm like, I need to be even more.
We're getting loose. We're getting those fans like that. People, I feel like they always look like cunty, like when they're holding them. We're gonna get those. Exactly.
Yeah. No, but I was seeing a girl that was wearing like a candy top on.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's what I need to do next year. Or next boiler room.
Honestly, I'm like, that's really cool. Like, you will not be hot. But just her dancers and just like the set design and like it was also amazing. I can't say I can't say too many good things about it because there's just so many, but I just couldn't believe. Then she plays Oh My Love. Then at the end, she plays Cellophane. Of course, like, God. Yeah. So amazing.
It was amazing, and her hearing it live was just like, yeah, but crazy. I know you guys are so shocked. Live music.
Yeah, I know. No, but I was like, this is a great first festival. And I was like, I was showing up my tattoo. Like, I felt great. But God, so humid. That was obviously the main thing, you know?
Yeah, no, be careful if you guys go out here in June.
Yeah.
It's like tough. Today we were just like hanging out at the park, like D festival. And
Okay, this was the thing. I didn't drink. I did not have a drop of alcohol, and it was a great decision for my life. Obviously we got home at like 3 a.m. But I definitely was like, oh, I'm feeling like a lot better than I would have. Obviously still bad, but like, you know, that was a win for me.
Yeah, I was just a little sleepy, but I did well. I also won a bunny. One of our friends that we went to the festival with had a bunny, and we were like at her place pre-gaming before, and I was like,
it was
this is so cute.
Cutest thing ever. Like, she was like English short hair or something. Her name was Romy.
I don't know how that would work in here, but like,
you want a bunny. It was the cutest. It's like long ears. It literally, she like has these like stacking cups and puts food in the middle, and it was like taking the cups out.
It was like, those like that like party trick where they like stack the cups to be like I was like, what is the bunny gonna stack the cups?
I know, right.
But yeah,
it was like eating out of our hands.
Yeah, it low-key like nicked us, but I was just like, oh my god, so cute.
I know. I was like, you can do anything to me, it's okay.
Yeah, I just hear that they like are so dirty and they poop everywhere. And I don't know if I want that in New York. Like, that's kind of the thing that we've been
They can't throw up, you know that?
They can't throw up?
They can't throw up. Same with rats.
Oh.
I know, that's just like a random fact.
Random fact. Okay.
Yeah, they can't throw up.
Well, I guess that's like...
So if it gets poison, your bunny's going to die.
Oh, okay. Well, it hopefully won't. This theoretical bunny I don't have yet.
And on that downer...
Okay, on that downer, Zohran is president!
Oh my God. No, but like, Democrats, I feel like we're in full... everybody was in full-blown like Islamophobia mode. Like,
I have never seen more like tweets and like Instagram things from like Fox News and stuff. Not like I like reposts of them. I'm not like following, but they are like, I feel like, why is it so okay to be Islamophobic in this country? I feel like that's the most totally fine.
First of all, 9/11, and people were being like, the next 9/11 is gonna happen, and I was like, what is it's so insane how far it's come. But at the same time, I think that's not enough for a campaign anymore.
Yeah.
To run on that, especially in New York, a city where legitimately most people know someone who's Muslim.
Yeah.
You know, like, and also a lot of the people who own bodegas are Muslim, at least, I don't know what the numbers are, but like a lot in my area. And so I'm like, it's kind of crazy that like in a place that's super diverse, you're really trying to pit against each other.
That's
like,
how out of touch this campaign from like Cuomo and Adams is.
And they poured... Sorry, keep going.
Yeah, because it's just like, you guys are from the suburbs where it's not racially diverse.
No, it's all white people.
Yeah, so like maybe that works over there, but like that shit does not work here. Like, I was going through Bed-Stuy the other day, and I was going through the Hasidic Jewish neighborhood, then crossed into the Jamaican neighborhood, and then like off into each one is like a different thing. I'm like, dude, just in one walk, I get to see like 5 different cultures here, which is so sick. But you think that like doing just like racist shit is gonna get you elected? I mean, might work elsewhere, but
yeah, not here. Well,
but we were worried.
You know, honestly, I like on election day, I was like, oh my God, I can't have hope. But there's not a better feeling than just having millionaires and billionaires spend a bunch of money for nothing. Yeah, like they poured so much money. There were so many super PACs for Cuomo, literally equaling to like hundreds of millions of dollars. Out the window, literally was for nothing. F you, Cuomo. And girl, I just sincerely hope everyone turns out again for November and we can really get Zohran, you know?
No, we do have to do that because I know someone who actually was canvassing for Zohran, and what they were saying was that, you know, for the primary, people really pushed the young voters, and old people just like didn't really vote and come out as much because they weren't expecting this kind of huge, campaign push.
Okay.
So you guys, swear to God, like, please, pinky promise.
Please. Because, if you're in New York City.
Yeah, you got to do it again. Like, I know, like, because wouldn't that suck even more if it just, like, didn't work out and we just got, like, fake, this fake excitement and it doesn't work out.
Well, here's the other thing is, it's not even Tuesday yet. We don't even know how bad he beat Cuomo, like, after they do the ranked choice tabulations, because Brad Lander got 11%. And honestly, he cross-endorsed Zohran. And to me, I'm like, okay, that means probably 7 to 8% of them ranked Zohran number 2, or at least somewhere in there.
Yeah. But I feel like you also don't know. Like, maybe they put Cuomo second because, like, Absolutely. They were like, oh, I don't like Cuomo, but I do like Brad Lander because he's got, he's
like a public servant. He's got a good proven track record.
Yeah. So you don't know, like, if you didn't pick Zohran first, then I'm like, what are you thinking?
I think, but to be honest, I do think a lot of people did.
Lander and then Zohran. I agree.
They had that big push with just like, don't rank Cuomo, which I think is really going to help. And I was watching this whole thing. This is what I wanted to talk about. There's this YouTuber and like political commentator I love. Her name's Olurinatti. And she makes just such good political content, specifically for New York City. She's Bahamian. She's an immigrant, but she's also a lawyer. And just is so great in terms of like breaking things down, like doing a lot of political analysis. And she met with like the Working Family Party members who basically came together and were like, listen, talk to a bunch of like the candidates, and we're like, we need to center around getting Cuomo, basically attacking Cuomo, because that's the great thing about ranked choice voting is you don't have to be it's me and nobody else. No, like you can build coalitions, and I think that very much is just the politics of the future, and going from less of a it's me or nobody else, and saying, you know what, this person has actually good ideas, rank them number 2, rank me number 1, rank them number 2, and vice versa. So Olurinatti, go follow her on YouTube. I'm gonna link it below in the description. She has this like giant takedown piece on Adams, like hour long. She also went on the Breakfast Clubs with Adams and totally like killed him, and basically was like, no, you put more cops in the city, you literally brought back stop and frisk, and he is like sweating. It's such a good interview. Anyways, I love her. I would highly recommend her. Yeah, I've been wanting to talk about that. I forgot to put that in the doc, but I'm glad I gotta say that.
No, I think it was great also that Lander took that 11% too, because then it made the difference between the two of them, so like Zohran and Cuomo, like so much larger.
Oh, and
last time he only won by 7,000 votes, so it's like, okay, the more that we have a push and like splits we can, and then in the next race, even though Cuomo did concede, he is going to run as an independent. And isn't Adams is also doing that, from my understanding?
I believe so.
So the good thing is that those two are going to split votes, right? But we cannot count that it's just going to fucking automatically we'll be fine and we don't have to turn up at the polls, because like that's how they win.
No, completely. I think it's still going hard. And the great thing is that like Zohran, it's not super likely he's going to lose a bunch of voters. Also, I'm sorry, I don't trust the polls. Do you know, legitimately every single poll basically said Cuomo was definitely going to win. And like by like 10 points. Like so many of the polls I saw, and I didn't really trust them because I'm just like, I'm sorry, these are like establishment things that are not based in reality. Like you see, this is like a big thing, I think, for the Democratic Party. We're definitely going to be seeing a lot more local elections, I think, run like Zohran is, because they work. His socialist policies, his Muslim socialist policies, like, no, it's just making things affordable. Yeah, like I'm honestly really excited, and I think this does bode well. Like we finally got a win. We finally got a win for progressives, you know?
Like Jabuki Young White tweeted something that was like, I can't believe something good happened. And I was like, oh my God, I feel that. But I just feel like the structure of this campaign was the first time I've actually seen a Democrat do a really great job.
Absolutely.
Usually they're not focusing on social media, and that was so important. Like he was on every single TikTok show thing.
And it all feels like heavy fear tactics. Like the city's getting way more dangerous and you're going to be at risk and we're going to get way more police in the stations. And he's like, no, there's an affordability crisis. That's legitimately the number one thing that like New Yorkers are concerned about. It's the most expensive city in the world. And I think he had a really just unified message, you know?
Yeah. Like, I feel like it was super clear. Like, anytime I watch any interview, he just tells you this is the thing I want to do. This is how I'm going to do it. And then these are the other two things. And, like, it's clear, easy. It makes sense. And, like, normally when you talk to, like, another candidate, they just, like, ramble on and, like, not actually give you a plan.
Right.
So, yeah, I thought that was amazing. I'm, like, just in awe. I can't believe that something happened that actually worked out like in our favor. But
so good, good.
But it's funny because it's like New York. Like we should have the most like socialist like. But that's fine. We got a win there, and I'm really happy about it.
Absolutely. We're gonna take a break, and we'll be right. Oh God, we'll be right back.
And we're back.
Bezos's wedding. The first thing I would like to talk about, and then I can let you kind of take most of this over, the wedding invitations. I'm going to put up a picture of the wedding invitations right here. And I am like, you are the literal, like, one of the richest men in the world. And why does it look like you hired your freaking sister's 14-year-old daughter to do your wedding invitations? Like, we've said this, I'm pretty sure we've definitely said this before, being rich does not give you taste. Being rich, and I feel like most rich and ultra rich people do not have good taste. Like,
I feel like I don't like talk about women's looks and like just angrily, but like because now you're marrying a billionaire, I just have to assume you're evil. But like,
absolutely,
y'all don't have taste. Like, y'all looked bad. Like, it was not a good looking wedding, and I don't care. Yeah,
it was crazy. And
$50 million for that, and they flew in like all these private jets because there were so many celebrities,
and they switched the venue at the last moment. But people still got to them. Yeah, and he spent a bunch of money or something like that. I was reading something, but there were so many protests, like so insane.
Yeah, I don't know. Ugh, like that is just whatever. Okay, billionaire has wedding. It's funny because like they immediately got on the cover of Vogue, which I'm sure they paid for, and then like all these celebrities were at the wedding, which is just like, you guys are like an evil corporation. Like, what you guys are just like. I don't know. I always find it so interesting that the Kardashians go to like every wedding of like a rich person. Yeah. I'm like, can you just like rent them for the day to go to your wedding?
Totally. Give a 6 figures, definitely upper 6 figures. Kylie, can you come? And to that, like,
oh my God, our best friend Kylie Jenner, just like, it's so weird.
Yeah.
That is so weird. And also like Leonardo DiCaprio being there, and like, climate activist, but whatever.
Oh my God, no.
Everything is performance, and when
absolutely
when the rich people call you, come back.
No, but he's actually, hey, Jay is a good guy. Jeff's a good guy. Come on. No, he's actually so nice if you get
Jay.
to know him.
You guys are on a
JB.
First letter.
Okay? Like, we went on his super yacht. It was so cool. You know, the help was so nice.
Yeah, I was exactly going to say that. But yeah, whatever. Losers. Okay.
Yeah.
What losers?
Speaking of other ultra-rich millionaires, Hannah Wintour, babe. She is going down the stairs. She's stepping down.
Bye, old.
I know.
No, I mean, not really. Like, just she's stepping down from chief at American Vogue.
She's doing the thing that when people can't give up their title, but they, like, are like, okay, I can't keep doing this. Like, I have to give up a little bit of my freedom or whatever.
I mean, like, she'll still do I think she's still the editor-in-chief at Condé Nast or whatever.
Totally.
And, like, all the other magazines. But, yeah. You're predicting Marc Jacobs is going to step up?
Well, I don't know if I'm predicting. I just know, I saw this, like, TikTok about it. And this lady was basically just being like, listen, could it be Marc Jacobs or somebody? Because I know people were saying when he did that cover with Alex Consani, that was like the, almost like pop, like comic looking, it was honestly, I liked it. I thought it was cool. Love Marc Jacobs.
He did the entire edit of like a full, I think it was like the September issue he did.
Exactly.
Yeah, not just the cover. They did like a full spread.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really cool. I liked a lot of the imagery and stuff.
I really did too.
But yeah, he, like, no offense to Mark, he's also an old fart,
Yeah.
But I do love, like, I love him in his little nail videos, but it would be cool to get, like, a young person there. I do love Marc Jacobs, though, but I'm just saying, like, if we're stepping down from, like, 105 to, like, 70, like, it's not really, like, a new, youthful young person in there.
He's not 70, he's, like, 50.
He's like 60-something.
Marc Jacobs? No.
Let's bet on this.
He's, like, a younger man.
How old is Marc Jacobs?
How old is Marc Jacobs?
Oof, bad Wi-Fi over here.
Uh-oh.
Okay, 62.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? He's rich
I
and
did
he
say
has
70,
money for
you
Botox.
said 50, so we're kind of in the middle.
Meeting in the middle.
Yeah, but I mean, I do love him. Like, he's great. I was hoping it'd be Stanley Tucci. From
Devil Wears Prada.
Like, he deserves it.
Oh my god.
I don't know, bad joke. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really care. Like, Vogue is so boring.
Right.
So,
like, not much is happening with it. She's just kind of kept it more or less. Obviously, like, I don't want to speak on too much because have I looked at every single Vogue cover from the past 50 years? No.
Well, I mean, like, the main thing from Vogue is all advertisement, and, like, it's just very vanilla. Like, they don't really take a stance on anything. Like, I feel like it's kind of like the Republican fashion magazine.
No, I got the Vogue issue recently, and it was just Hailey Bieber. Like, that was the whole issue, and I was like, really?
Yeah.
We're talking about Hailey Bieber and how she's, like, being a mother changed my fucking... I'm like, yeah, girl, being a mother changes everybody's life, okay? Like...
Damn, Royal comes for mothers this episode.
No, being a mom is a very sacred, special thing, okay? No, but literally, I was, like, reading it, and I was like, I, like, kind of don't care. Like, okay, Hailey Bieber talking about being a millionaire, and just... I'm not hating on her. I'm not hating on a woman. Okay, I'm just hating on...
Just this one.
And, of course, the first 60 pages are just... ads, which, yes, I do like to see. I like to see the brands. But, it was just kind of like a bunch of nothing, if I'm being honest.
I don't say I'm ever gagged by a Vogue cover. Like, the only one that I actually can remember is the Marc Jacobs one. But, which, I don't know.
Surprise. There's a common denominator with that.
Yeah, who was not somebody. But, I mean, I don't know. It would be cool if they went a different direction, but they're not going to. So
it's just, it's just it's one of those institutions. It's like the American government where the change is going to be slow and steady. And also Condé Nast, of course. Like, they do not pay their workers. Like, follow I think it's just Condé Nast Union or Condé Nast United on Instagram, where they talk about all the horrible things that they're doing and stuff.
I don't know if I've said this on the podcast before, but that group will, like, rally outside of her house and stuff, and, like, her neighbors will, like, hand out free drinks and beers because they all hate her.
We love that. We love that.
Anyway, all right. I think we just have media recs left.
Exactly. I have been listening to a bunch of an artist named Mercury. She's a rapper. Just, like, such good songs. They're shorter, too. I really was listening to her a lot, like, last summer, and I've just kind of been, like, revisiting all of the old songs. So the ones I'm recommending are Bounty. Bounty is honestly one of my favorite ones from her. Perfect, No Pun, Miracle. Those are a couple. Also, track Uno by Kaytranada, which is just kind of like a classic from, like, one of his classic albums, 99.999 whatever %. And then Okay Lou, I think I've, like, said this for the past couple pods, but that album has been on repeat, and I got 3 waitlist tickets for when she's playing at like elsewhere at like Knockdown Center.
Yeah,
and
we're gonna get it.
I am praying
Sometimes
to God.
I think like when it gets close to the date, people like start canceling, so it's possible.
I want to see her so bad. I'm like so happy I got to see Twigs, and I'm like, it would be amazing to see her. Like, she has honestly become one of my favorite artists as of recent.
Yeah.
And her album previously called, it came out in 2020, and the name of it is Galore. Really good album as well, like too solid. And she just released some remixes that I've been enjoying as well. So, okay, Lou.
Nice. Max and his brother were over, and they were like playing all like Texan music and just like old country songs from the 70s.
George Strait. Oh, from the 70s. Oh.
Well, yeah, like just from back in the day, and like there's one that's like gets stuck in my head for the past like 2 weeks now. It's called "A Horse with No Name." And it's like,
no, it's a classic like America.
Yeah,
like,
I love that.
They're so good.
If you wanted a song to get stuck in your head, play that one. That's a good vibe.
It's though America's definitely more like they're soft rock. They're soft rock.
Yeah.
Which is so good. Like,
and then
so great.
Non-music, I've just been like addicted to Love Island, which is just like trash. But like I actually find that show so funny because it was in Euphoria, like when she's like super ultra depressed, and I'm like that. I feel that every time.
I get mad because I'm like, these bitches are so dumb. These bitches are so dumb.
Yeah.
Like Mamacita. Mommy?
Oh my God, no! There has been some seasons where they pull like.
Sometimes I'm like, oh, you've been pretty your whole life, and the personality is lacking a little bit.
Yeah, I do feel like it's kind of like that.
Not to hate on them too much.
Yeah, it's a little bit like the Stanford prison experiment. I think like they like put them in a room, and then the producers are like, how can we make this the worst time for them? Like,
legitimately.
I think they're all like bonded from trauma at the end of it.
Huda being like, they were on the beach, and she's like, my dream date.
Yeah,
and it's like
a producer.
Girl, you're on the beach. Like, what are we talking about?
No, but like the producers make the dates, so it's like, how would you think this guy would like?
Literally,
and he knows that.
We went on a walk. They went on a walk in the park. My dream date.
Yeah, like, no, I saw so many things on like memes about it. It was like, they just did like lines in the bathroom. My dream date.
Oh my
or like
God.
It was just 6 hours of his draft picks. My dream date.
God.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right, close this out.
Well, thank you guys for watching, and can you please like the video and be nice to us, because we have the homophobes hating on us. So not that we have haters, but just do that. Follow us on Instagram at motherfuckermag. Follow Royal Turner MP4 MP3. I'm and me, Vanessa XNFV. You'll find it. She's
it's
gonna like
in the description. It's always in the description.
And we'll catch you on the next one.